Hello family, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button so you're notified when I post new content. Let's do it. 2020 has been a horrific year for millions around the world, from political chaos to the pandemic that's taken hundreds of thousands of lives. And in the process, things that would have normally captured the attention of the media and ran for a while because it was newsworthy, got pushed to the foreground and didn't get the coverage that it would have normally got during normal times. We were all concerned about trying to stay safe and if our jobs were safe and if we were going to have health care for millions of people. And the economy was shut down, a lot of jobs and companies were shut down, and we looked the other way with events that were remarkable in 2020. And I want to show you some of these things and have you comment on, just step back from the political chaos and from the pandemic and look at what's going on around us. One of the things I'd like to show you is in 2020, we had countless inactive volcanoes that just start going off. One moment here, let me give you a little volume. This here is in the Philippines. And there were several volcanoes that went off and earthquakes. So in 2020, we had numerous earthquakes, even in Yellowstone. And we all know, well, if you didn't know, if Yellowstone was to blow, the volcanoes around Yellowstone, it would be tragic. Millions would lose their lives. But in 2020, we had countless volcanoes erupting, countless mega earthquakes that didn't make the headlines because of all the political chaos and because of the COVID-19 crisis. Not only did we have volcanoes and earthquakes going off, we had fires with millions of acres of fires burning in California, as you see here. Which way should I point? As you see here, millions of acres of wildfires burning uncontrollably in California, as well as the earthquakes and the volcanoes erupting. And there was little to no news coverage because of all the political chaos and the COVID-19 response and lack thereof. And during the same time, we have these volcanoes erupting, earthquakes going off around the world, and these wildfires burning out of control. We have flooding, massive floodings in places like China right now, which is basically a lot of regions of China right now. Ha pasado un hilo neumático, han pasado bidones, pipotes están pasando, miren, tanque de agua, miren. Miren los pipotes plásticos, Check this out. Mira, pipotes plásticos, vean. This is biblical flooding. Biblical flooding. So we've got the floods, we got the volcanoes, the earthquakes, the fires, and the floods. And this all would have been major news coverage. And all this going on during normal times, this would have been around the clock news coverage on these events. So especially with them all happening at one time and in 1 year. So we've had the volcanoes, the earthquakes, the fires, the floods, and this pandemic that's still raging out of control. So comment in the comments section if you think that this is biblical. I'm not pushing any, biblical belief on anybody one way or other. Or do you think this has to do with climate change, which I'm a believer in climate change. So I believe also has something to do with climate change. But we have to keep our eye on the prize and keep our eye on what's going on around us and not let the politics, and we can't help but to let the pandemic control us so that we stay safe. But we also have to address what Mother Nature, or depending on your belief system, what God is saying to us. Because this here is serious. Comment in the comment section and let me know what you think. And at this time, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button